Welcome to another episode of Darkskies Podcast, coming to you live from Los Angeles, California. Yes, today we're talking, are people changing? Or have people changed? Are there more changes to come? Well, we're going to talk a little bit about that today here on Darkskies Podcast. I'm going to give you a second to get yourself adjusted, and we're going to do the same. You got to line up. Welcome to Darkskies Podcast. Everybody. Yes, we're back again for another episode of Darkskies Podcast. I just want to thank everybody for joining us on this weekend. Yes, the weekend is here. We're enjoying it. We had college football Saturday, NFL football today. But today we're talking about, human consciousness, human spirit, human personalities. Are we changing? Have we changed? Are there more changes to come? Man, this is a fascinating subject, I tell you that much. But as usual, though, the whole team is here working hard into the early morning hours. I'm your host, LC Grace. Thank you. Lucky Max is in the building. Jim helping out, as usual, with the sound levels. Jennifer and Becky today helping out with the music. Yes, we got the whole team together. It's always good when we get together because we ask questions. Yes, shine light in dark spaces. Spark discussion. In other words, topics that would be left ignored. Well, today we're talking about, changes in people's behavior, the way they act. You ever just run into somebody that you've been knowing for years, decades, your whole life, and, you spend a couple of moments chopping it up with them, and you walk away from this person thinking, wow, fool's changed. Or somebody that you see every day. Maybe a coworker, and you seem to have a good feel for this person, and you talk to this person every day. Hey, how you doing? How the kids? Or what you got going on later? Now you see them today, and you talk to them, and try to chop it up, and something's different about the conversation. Something different about that person. Have you ever felt that it was just something different about the people that are around you? Like, yeah, I kind of understood, people. But no, out of nowhere, the change in behavior. Maybe the person who's outgoing is, all of a sudden aloof. Or maybe somebody who's really caring and thoughtful is now selfish. The sweetest person doing angry things, These things are starting to stand out more and more and more in people's behavior, and I'm starting to think that, people are changing right before our eyes. People that family members, friends, buddies, childhood acquaintances, girlfriends, ex-girlfriends, ex-boyfriends, current girlfriends, current wives and husbands. There is no limit to what's going on when we're talking about this subject because, people are changing. It's like you possibly can have a really good feel for people or a person or a group of people. Like, I kind of have an idea, how they think. I've been around them long enough. I, kind of know what they're about. And then, something hits you from left field or they do something and make you say, I never thought you would do that. Do you find yourself saying that more to people? I never thought you would do that. Or I didn't know you like that. And you could just chalk it up for I just didn't know. Or did you know these things? Or did you know these people and these things have just changed in these people and now all of a sudden, you know, like, man, you eating ice cream? Like, I thought you couldn't digest dairy. Or, you drinking coffee or you smoking cigarettes? I mean, people are changing. It's like subtle changes, things that you probably wouldn't normally notice if you didn't actually know the person. But then you say, what can make a person change? Wisdom, age, time, quality of life, personal development. Many things can come, into play when we're talking about a person's behavior, their spirit, their frequency, activities, interests. A lot of things can play a part. This is like human development we're talking, right? Humans develop consciousness, the ability to understand the reason. But then, we see something kind of like a devolving when it comes to people these days. Not evolving or bettering, but worsen. Is that a word? Can you worsen your condition? Yeah, you can. Can you devolve? Is it possible for a group of people on the planet to go backwards in evolution? To become less reasonable, less patient? I don't know. All these things I feel like a possibility, especially when we're talking about, the human spirit or the human condition. Because, come on, man. We are so caught up in what people do, say, feel. We react too hard to the left or to the right when it comes to, what people are saying about us. Things that are said in our mentions, comments, left online. I mean, people are just so overly sensitive. And it's crazy, too, because I done seen people, who were not sensitive, who are a lot more sensitive these days, and people who, in the past, could, that was very sensitive, and now don't give a damn about nothing. I could give a flying. I'm like, no, I used to care. I used to be one of the most caring people I knew. And no, it's changed. And of course, life is hard. People go through life, and life do change people. But we're talking about like dramatic changes to people's personalities, and people that you thought you knew, and you walk away now saying, damn, I don't know this person no more. I don't understand, what he was just saying or what she was talking about. I thought I understood her, but she just blew me away with that one. So we move in thinking that we know the answers. We know why people do what they do. Why? Because we talk to them. They tell us, right? So we know, what you're thinking. You're telling me what you're thinking. But now what you're thinking is completely different than, what I'm accustomed to what you're saying. Or it's just so confusing, you know what I'm saying? It's confusing when you develop a relationship. We all develop relationships over lifetimes. We meet people, we get to know each other, and, that's part of life. But the whole thing about it is once you get to know somebody and you get a feel, for that person, then you pretty much, you consider that person an acquaintance, a friend, someone you see often, a coworker. And then you start to notice, okay, now something's different about this person. And that's what I'm talking about today. We're talking about, the differences in people. Have people changed? Are they acting different? Are they more angry? Are they more impatient? Are they impolite? When they used to be polite, it was people that you were really close with. Now you're not close with. People change, times change. Well, we're going to talk a little bit more about that, but right now we're going to take a quick break. You're listening to Darkskies Podcast, coming to you live from Los Angeles. I'm telling you how people change.
All the Benjamins he let me count. Wealth and health for my family. And let me ball on these niggas.
Now it's a lot of bad bitches in the building. Amen. A couple real niggas in the building. Amen. I'm finna kill niggas in the building. Amen. I tell her wait to 50 bottles and she tell me say when and I say church. We make it light up like a church. She wanna fuck and I say church. You live on Sunday like a church.
Bottle at the bottle, drink until I overdose. Pull up in the Phantom, watch them bitches catch the Holy Ghost. Every time I step up in the dealer, I be going broke. Johnny wanna fuck me, I say get on top and roll the coast. And I lay back, she go crazy. Fuck me good, but she no stay. Murder on that pussy, let her boyfriend get that DOA. Get it? And all I get is Frito-Lay. Plus I'm on probation. When they test me, I just pee rose. Last night I went hard, pizza rock, Patron and all. 30 racks on Madam bottles. I think I was born to ball. Looking like $1 million plus, fresh from out that corner store. Hater, I be doing me, you guys should be doing y'all. I'm stacking money to the ceiling. All this ice that's in my rollie, I be chillin'. And I just made a couple million, so I can take care of them children.
Oh. Bad bitches in the building. Amen. A couple real niggas in the building. Amen. I'm finna kill niggas in the building. Amen. I tell her wait to 50 bottles and she tell me say when and I say church. We make it light up like a church. She wanna fuck and I say church. You live on Sunday like a church.
Just bought my niggas some cane, so much it came with a plane. Bought my niggas some dope, so much it came with a boat. I just bought me a crib, so big it came with a moat. For niggas jump in the fence, I hope you niggas can flow.
You're listening to Darkskies Podcast, coming to you live from Los Angeles, California, from the Bay to LA. Yes, indeed. And we're talking about people changing today. Are people changing? Well, that's a good question. When you think you know somebody, think you've been knowing them for all these years. And now all of a sudden, you walk away from a conversation. Or you walk away from an encounter. Or maybe that person just tell you something today that you never thought you would hear them say. Man, that fool changed. Or she changed. Well, I think it's possible. I think it's possible because it's happening every day. People are telling me that people are changing. People are less patient, right? There's more road rage. People are sadder, right? More sad people. So, all of these things, man, all of these opportunities to get to know people is educating us, right? Because we notice differences in people when they occur. They don't just happen. I mean, they happen for a reason, right? Don't we change for a reason? But we're not talking about the gradual change. We're not talking about, L.C. Grace is different from the 9-year-old L.C. Grace. We're not talking about that. We're talking about, LC's different today than he was yesterday. I just seen you last week, man. Now you just completely flip-flop. I'm telling you. And we always here on the West Coast, we'll chalk it up like, oh, man, she just in her feelings, man. She just caught up in her feelings. Nah, man, it's something else, right? Could it be something else? You know, how can somebody who love you or say they love you, right? You lying, right? Because you don't love me today. Or maybe it's the change. Maybe it's a change in that person. And what causes these changes, right? Is it just an awakening, or is it a sign of evolution, a sign of someone growing up, a sign of someone doing drugs, losing your mind? It's a sign of you losing your mind. I mean, so many different situations. I mean, we're looking at so many different people and so many different changes in people's personalities, character, spirit, all of that. I mean, these are changes in people. You can't tell me that you haven't seen no type of changes in nobody. I mean, just driving to work, you know, you can tell, you know, there's a lot of strange behavior in the way people drive. You know, it's behavioral changes. It's mental changes. It's changes in, you know, tempers, emotional changes, physical changes. You know, you're looking at somebody like, hey, man, you used to be dark-skinned and now you're light-skinned. You was a little taller, wasn't you? Now it seems like you're shorter. I don't know. Is that possible? Are you looking at people incorrectly? I mean, do people that you've known all this time that you didn't, you know, you have to think that I don't really know you? Or I didn't know you like I thought I knew you. Maybe you could say it like that. Would that make sense? All I'm telling y'all is that you can continue to look at things and say, and chalk it up as, oh man, you tripping, she tripping, she caught up in her feelings, or he crazy, or you gone crazy. But what if not? What if not? What if the way people are acting is just in tune with whatever frequency they're under? I mean, whatever they're going through. I mean, we can say, but we can never say for certain, but we can say what we experience when it comes to dealing with individual people or people that we feel that we know. And I'm talking people that you deal with on a day-to-day basis, you know, your family members too. I mean, do you have a family member that hey, my brother tripping, man. And then he used to drink, man, drinking his ass off. You know, somebody smoking weed and you never knew they smoked. I mean, and it's so hard to really lock in on this because people do change. People stop smoking. People stop drinking. You know, people do become more angry. They become more sadder. They become more aloof. I mean, these things happen. I mean, so, but what causes it? And then what causes a complete shift in a person's personality? As in, they knew you used to be real close, and now when y'all see each other, it's almost like, keep going. And it's just, I don't know. It's hard to explain, but I know some of y'all feel what I'm saying. You know, it's not a change as in, you know, a gradual change over time. Like, man, you've changed over time. No, I mean, like, I just seen you yesterday. I seen you a couple of days ago, and now you just on one. So that's, you know, the weird stuff that, you know, I'm kind of like blown away by. But, hey, this is what we're dealing with, folks. This is the world that we're dealing with. And we just have to try to find a way to make sense of it. We're going to take a quick break, though, come right back. Hey, we're talking about people changing. Changes in their personality. So, we'll be right back. You're listening to Darkskies Podcast.
Time flies, no lie. I'd rather be getting high. Riding with my niggas getting right. It ain't over till I say so. Time flies, no lie. I'd rather be getting high. Riding with my niggas getting right. It ain't over till I say so. Hold up, roll up, more money to throw up. Walk in the club, everybody go up. 150K just to show up, and everything ain't what it seems. It's hard to live somebody else's dreams. I put all my trust in my team. Know that my money straight, won't let nothing come in between. Politic with my fam, never let the hate intervene. Smoking weed out of Vegas and thanking God for the scene. Thinking back to when we ain't have it.
made it on, came far, needed practice. Moving forward while you thinking backwards. Never sleep, hardly need a mattress. I kick my shoes off my feet, then fall asleep in my seat. Claiming you won your job, well doggy it ain't complete. Claiming you got the squad, but y'all niggas can't compete. Came with too many broads, can't fit them all in my suite. What can I say? Bring the champagne glasses, roll the J's faster.
Time flies, no lie. I'd rather be getting high. Ride with my niggas getting right. It ain't over till I say so. Time flies, no lie. I'd rather be getting high. Ride with my niggas getting right. It ain't over till I say so.
Yeah, you're listening to Darkskies Podcast, coming to you live from Los Angeles, California. Just want to say what's up to everybody who's listening. What's up, Virginia? I know y'all got that rain. North Carolina, South Carolina. I know y'all going through it. Stay strong. You know, we still with you. We're not going nowhere. Yeah, weather can be, tough. So we already know. We know what you're going through. So if you're with us, just turn the podcast on, iHeartRadio, listening to Dark Skies. And I know you have dark skies above your heads right now. So stay strong. Our prayers is with you. We got our eyes open. And trust me, you're not alone. We won't change on you. But today we're talking about people changing and changes in people's behavior, their personalities, the way they act and their patience, the overall change in human consciousness. Has it been an overall change? I mean, are we looking at everybody's acting different? Or is it just a couple of people in your life that just flipped? Somebody that used to smile at you all the time, now look at you like they don't even know you. Maybe a best friend used to kick it with every single day. Now y'all just not as close anymore. Is there something to explain this? Or do you just chalk it up as, time go by? Time changes everyone, right? We all change with time. Well, this may be true. But how can we get just a complete swing in a pendulum, right? We get a complete change in the direction of a personality. Like, okay, my whole life I've been a nice guy. And now he's punching people out, Or maybe I've been so patient, with children. Now when you see him, he's yelling at kids. I don't know, man. It's hard to explain, people. I'm just trying to tell y'all, that, every time you think you have an answer, when it comes to just anything in life, and now we're talking about people, right? So when it comes to people, well, you need to, but the rules are changing, right? What are the rules of engagement? We're talking about how do you meet women, right? If the consciousness, if the frequency has changed, right? Is it, or has it changed? Or maybe you just don't understand people like you thought you understood people. Maybe people are generally nice, and now they generally angry, or generally sad, or generally in the mood to fuck you up. People lose their temper so quick, just in a line. I seen two people about to fight. Y'all both in line, and you can't stand close to each other for a few moments while you pay for your items. I mean, you don't even know this person don't know you. And in the moments that y'all together in this line, we would say, a couple of minutes, maybe 5 minutes. And now y'all in a knockdown, drag out argument, just finna turn into a physical confrontation. And you just wonder how it get to that. Why everybody walking around with so much anger in their soul. And then you see the despair, the sadness in some people. And then you just wonder, Is this some type of trend? Is this going somewhere? Is it coming from somewhere? What's happening? You know, are people happier? And if so, where are they? And have they changed? You know, were they just angry? I mean, I want to know if there's some type of meaning. And I'm not even talking about, like I said, gradual change, like people changing over time. I'm talking about, I just seen you yesterday, and now you're acting completely different. I know you done heard that. I wanted to say that to somebody. What's wrong with you? What was you thinking? You think you understand somebody, right? But now you're asking, what was you thinking? Why did you do that? I'm telling you, you think you know something, you think you know somebody, you think you know people in general. And now things are so crazy, it's like you don't know nothing, right? You know, we talk. We open discussion. Well, we open a discussion about people and people's behavior and how they acting. You know, is it an overall shift in consciousness? Is it everybody changing their behavior? Everybody was one way, now we're a different way. I don't know. I just know that you can't really put your finger on it because it seems to be like in flux. It's something that's happening, and you know, we don't have the answer, but we do know that there's something there. There's just something there. And that's like in your friends and your family and the people that, you know, you really are used to seeing, and you know their behavior, you know what they like, you know what they're going to be doing this morning, even without asking them. Then you run into them someplace else. Like, what you doing here? What you doing here? You ain't never here. You don't never get up this early. I don't know. Maybe it's nothing and it's just nothing to be concerned about. But when you see the traffic here in California and you hear the anger, I mean, I don't know how they make horns today, but like, it used to be like if you honk your horn, it just honked at the tone that the car was made for. But now, when people honk, you can hear the anger in the honk. I don't know. It's like the tone of the car, the horn is angry. I mean, I remember, now I'm like, oh no. I mean, people be leaning on their horns, you know, they can't wait to blow their horn or something. You know, I seen this lady, she was so mad, she kind of blew her horn at a bird that was flying too low. You know, I guess she was trying to scare it higher when she was mad, honking. Get your ass out the way. Like the bird is flying, he ain't gonna let you run him over. So if he see you getting too close, he's gonna just fly a little higher. And she said, I'm gonna make him fly higher by speeding up and honking at him. I don't know, people be tripping, man. But that's what we always say, right, when we see this stuff. But then when she get out the car and you say, wait a minute. that was the sweetest, kindest lady that I've been on for years, and I never would have expected her to be intentionally trying to run over an innocent bird. I know y'all said, LC, you looking too small. But I'm telling you, if the nicest lady that you've known for many years, you know, lady that feed cats and stuff, and now intentionally trying to run over birds, and shooing off animals. God, get out of here. Get away from me. Like, she used to love animals. I don't know, man. I'm tripping. Maybe I'm tripping. I'm telling y'all, I'm just looking at people and I'm just wondering, how could somebody so nice become so angry? Or how could somebody so angry? You know, somebody that you see this mad all the time, you don't even speak to them, like, because You don't want to rekindle whatever fires within. But now you see that person today and they just walk in laughing and giggling and smiling, and now they're engaging you in conversation. Hey, how you doing? And you think to yourself, this person high? Or is this person just completely changed? Like, oh my God, you're full of life, energy, vigor. And all these other days you was angry, dark. I don't know, man. I guess everybody is complex and they have complexities to their personalities, and that's what make them, who they are and make us all special. But when you start to understand the complexities, then they get complex again. So I don't know, man. It seems like there's no getting ahead of it if you ask me. But I do want to understand it. I want to understand people. I don't want to meet somebody, know them for years, and then one day find out I don't know them. That's not how it works. You're supposed to get to know people over time, and, those relationships grow stronger. Now you can have a strong relationship and it'll change overnight. It's too flux. It's, the pendulum swings in the other direction too far. You were so happy. Now you're so angry. Why are you so angry? I'm telling you. So we're going to leave it at that. We're just talking about people's changing, people's personalities. If you experience some of that stuff, you can leave a comment at the bottom of the comment box. And I also want to thank everybody who's been catching us on YouTube as well as on iHeartRadio. Thank you for downloading the show on Spreaker.com. And hey, it's you to make us go. So we're going to continue to work hard and keep the show afloat. But for now, we're having fun. It's the weekend. NFL games are about to start here on the West Coast. Our friends over on the East Coast, hey, stay strong. Our prayers are with you. And hey, the rain, just don't stop doing it. It's weather. But we're family, we're a community. And our hearts and our souls and our prayers and our eyes are on you. So make no mistake. But for now, we're finna get ready for the games, relax. Oh, fantasy football. This is a bad year for us. Our team started at 0-1, and now we're trying to win in week 2. Because you don't want to go 0-2 in fantasy football. And I don't want to make excuses, but, man, our team is just really struggling. So, it is what it is. We'll talk a little bit of fantasy football maybe coming up next week. But it's hard to talk about it when you're getting your ass handed to you. It is what it is. All right, y'all. I'm your host, LC Graves. Thank you. Mikey Mike's in the building. Jim helping out the sound levels. Becky. Angela helping out with the music. And the whole team is strong. We're going to continue to put it down. And we're going to also keep our eyes on our friends and family over there in Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, just all the area. I mean, it's just rain. So watch out for floodings, watch out for possible tornadoes and strong winds down power lines, power outages, all the crazy stuff. And, hang on to your supplies. And you should be through this soon. But for now, we're gone, and we will be back. Thanks for listening. Darkskies Podcast. Yes, there we go.